Well, I've always been drawn to public service, actually. I studied political science as an undergraduate, and I received a master's in public administration here from the University of Utah. So I've always been drawn to public service. But with respect to what got me into HR, it was actually somewhat happenstance. I used to be the elections director for Salt Lake County. And after a few years of that wonderful opportunity, I was invited to create an employees university at Salt Lake County. And to make a very long story short, that's ultimately what landed me into the world of HR. And I'm so grateful for it because I love it. It's been a really great kind of second career. One of the things I've really enjoyed is working on HR programs that are important to all employees, things like onboarding, things like succession planning, things like employee career development, learning and development opportunities. So I've had some experience building these programs and seeing firsthand how they benefit the entire employee base, and that gives me a lot of excitement. Succession planning is important at all levels. Clearly, it benefits employees because it gives them career opportunities. It benefits the organization because it deepens the bench on important skills. But if you have that continuity of operations, that will benefit the entire community. We are facing an aging workforce. We have, at least at the county, and I suspect the numbers are the same here at the city. I've not been here long enough to assess that, but on average, 1 out of every 4 employees are probably eligible to retire today. If we don't deepen the bench and if we don't have good succession planning, that will impact the service delivery that we can offer for the citizens of Salt Lake City. And that's why it's a really imperative thing to focus on. And I think Salt Lake City is far more diverse than most people realize. And I think that needs to be seen in the population of city government employees. Our employee population should reflect the population of the people that we serve. And I think the mayor understands that as an important value to the organization. I think HR policies, while they may sound dull, I think they're very important. They're the rules of the game, the rules of the organization for employees. And I actually have a fair amount of experience that I'll bring with me from the county where we did a complete overhaul of HR policies. I think Salt Lake City and the county, we're not unique. A lot of times what happens is HR policies get left on a shelf and they become stale and they get dusty and people just kind of learn to live with them. They should be living, breathing documents to reflect the needs of an organization at any given time, harassment being one of those policies. And so that is something that I'll definitely be working on in the weeks and the months to come to overhaul some of our more important policies, ultimately with the goal of overhauling all HR policies.